The barn doors did not fly open on the force of a battering ram, but on sheer nerve. Carla Hensley, president of the HOA at Shady Oaks, held her ground in the doorway, her arms crossed, two landscapers at her side holding bolt cutters like swords. Jake Ramsey didn't even have time to yell, "Don't touch that lock," before it hit the ground. The doors were pulled open by the men, showing Sheriff Tate sitting quietly on a hay bale under a dim bulb. Boots crossed, shotgun resting on his lap, and a thermos in front of him, he grinned. "Finally caught up to me," he said, his smile razor sharp. Jake had been cutting his hedges with nail clippers, his passive resistance to the HOA's constant barrage of trivial citations, when he discovered the note in his mailbox. No postmark, no signature, just a solitary line. "Barn violates code. Do not resist." He joked it off. Disobedience to the HOA was his cardio. Shady Oaks was meant to be his tranquil sanctuary, and that of his wife, Laya, not a gnat-filled prison governed by lawn dictators. He balled up the note and continued clipping. But Laya wasn't smiling. She'd always noticed something strange. Not only the citations for shiny mailboxes or unauthorized daisies, but the birdhouses with lenses, the hovering drone, and the man with binoculars who said he was a bird watcher but never looked up. Then they came after the barn. Jake had built it himself, a small building full of vinyl records, tools, and Laya's lopsided pottery. Innocuous, or so he thought. When the HOA came rolling up in logo-emblazoned golf carts, Jake had already phoned the sheriff's office to report intruders. The dispatcher informed him Tate was not available. That was a falsehood. Tate was already there. As the lock met the ground, things came apart. Tate rose and chambered a shell for dramatic effect, pointing the shotgun at Carla's clipboard. "Well now," he said, in his lazily deliberate drawl, "that's breaking and entering." Carla blinked. "This is a Section 42 compliance check." Tate's laugh was arid. "I'm the law here. Your little rule book doesn't trump me. You just made forced entry into a site that is linked to an active investigation. You got a warrant in that purse or just lip gloss?" Panic spread through the group. One board member passed out. Another walked into a rake. Laya sped up, gravel scattering. She had one glance at the mess, the sheriff, and Jake, now agog, and strode right up to Tate. "Why in the devil's name are you in my barn?" she exclaimed. Tate nodded at the ground. "You've got a trap door." "No, we don't. You do now." Under his foot, the outline of a square in the floor appeared. Jake swept the sawdust away from a concealed handle. "I didn't make that," he said. Tate was gripping a crowbar, and he handed it to Jake. "Then let's see who did." The trap door creaked, revealing a stairway, not dank, but filled with the smell of oil and metal. Jake went down, his heart racing. Laya remained above, scowling at Carla, who cried into her phone. Down was no typical cellar, but a bunker, corrugated metal walls, shelves of binders, a tarp-covered pile. Tate tore away the tarp, revealing hundreds of dated addressed VHS tapes. One bore the label, Shady Oaks, 1996-305 Elmway. "That lot was bare until 2001, Jake added. "Exactly," Tate said. "This isn't your problem, Ramsey, but you purchased it." Above, Carla wailed, "You can't arrest me." Tate cuffed her. "Trespassing, vandalism, and if these tapes reveal what I believe, conspiracy." "It's just a barn," she shrieked. "It's a vault." That evening, with the barn locked up and the HOA in shambles, Jake and Laya sat on their porch in silence. No wind, no crickets, just fear. "What's on those tapes?" Laya asked. Jake drank some whiskey. "No idea." "I do," she said. "They've been watching us, always." Their mailbox creaked once more. Another notice? Failure to secure structure. Code 3.8A. Fines pending. Repeat offenses may result in property reassignment. No laughter this time. Morning was greeted by a dead raccoon hammered to their door, an HOA ticket taped to its back, unauthorized wildlife, code 6.1D. They didn't even have a dog. Jake confronted Sheriff Tate. The tapes were missing, locked up. Some things ain't for civilians, Tate said. That hurt. It was their barn, their property. If it contained decades of surveillance, they had a right to know. Laya buried her face in county records. At the zoning department, a sleepy clerk directed them to the microfiche archive. 3 hours passed, and they discovered it. 1986. Federal forfeiture. Owner, Harold T. Vance. Jake stilled. Vance? He's a founding donor of the HOA. The barn was not an accident. It was a relic. Then appeared Clyde Vance. Late 60s, bolo tie, tan-free, self-satisfied. He emerged from a black SUV. Jake Ramsey, who's asking? Clyde Vance, Vance Holdings. He handed them a card. Sell your land, double your purchase price. You've opened something that should have stayed shut. Leave now, or things get messy. Laya didn't flinch. We're not afraid of messy. Not a threat, Clyde replied. Just advice. Back home, another note. Unauthorized access to sealed structure. Code 4.9 AE. Membership review pending. Laya crushed it. I'm framing these. The block was empty, lights off, lawns manicured. No dogs, no children. Jake visited their neighbor, Walt Perry. His place was dark, mail stacked high, door unlocked. The inside was spotless, save for a dinner table piled with VHS tapes marked HOA. One had on it, Laya Ramsey, May 10th. Jake's blood ran cold. He sprinted home and showed her. They're watching us, she whispered. That night, a knock at the back door. A teen in oversized boots, clutching a bag of tapes. I'm Kay, Walt's granddaughter. He's gone. You're not like them. He told me to find you. The tapes were damning. Footage of secret HOA meetings, black,